In the following video, we're going to talk about what if no one makes an offer on my house? What do I do then? So some common seller questions that we run into. What if nobody offers? What if we price it 15% above market value and nobody offers? Well, then you lower the price. What if we price it at market value and nobody writes an offer? Then I would say evaluate the marketing, work with your realtor. It could be timing. It could be things happening in the world that are outside of everybody's control. You might just need more exposure. There's no one rule that applies to everybody in every situation. You're just as unique as your neighbor selling their house. And so this is a better conversation with your agent to find out what's going on. Maybe your house is priced at market value, but maybe it smells like cat pee. Well, everything looks good on paper, but then when people come into the house, they're like, oh, no thanks. Listening to the feedback that you're getting from showings, listening to your agent who has a beat on the pulse of the real estate market and making adjustment, whether it be to your house or to the price moving forward. What if you price your house 10% below or 15% below and you don't get an offer? Well, that's the same thing. If you price your house below market value, it may not have been enough below market value. Just because you think the price is low doesn't mean it's actually low. The market is actually determined by what a buyer is willing to pay for your house. So if you believe the market value of your house is $200,000, but maybe it needs a new roof and it has old leaky windows and the basement kind of smells of mold because it gets wet all the time. Well, a buyer might come in, and if you have your house listed for sale at $180,000, which I believe, if I just did the math correctly in my head, is 10% below market value, then that buyer might think, oh, gosh, this is going to cost a lot more than $20,000 for me to make the repairs on this house. And so it's missing value in their perspective. The value is there in your perspective, but not in the buyer's. So either you adjust by taking care of the condition of the house or lowering the price, or you could also wait until you find somebody else who sees things the same as you do and sees a lot of value in the price that you have it offered at. And that's it. That should answer your questions on what you should do if no one writes an offer when you've listed your house for sale. And of course, if you have more questions, you are more than welcome and frankly encouraged to visit our website, myrighthouse.com, which has a lot more information on living in Des Moines, moving in Des Moines, buying and selling real estate in Des Moines. Whatever you need, we've got it for you. And if we don't, send me an email and I'll make sure to add it. And be sure to check out the third video in this series on how to get multiple offers on your house. Some good stuff there. I'll talk to you soon.